Hello everybody, this is Loki and welcome back to Apollo Justice. So we're gonna go ahead continue from where we last left off. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And amazing Mr. Hat. Here's that looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. Oh, that voice. Oh yeah, getting any sleep? Right. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who prosecutor Gavin witnesses today? Take a guess. How about Lil Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again. He calls her a Sherman tank of a mom. Not too bad, you know. Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're already at our ready jersey? Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita, your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. That's true. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Now that would be weird. Court is now in session for the trial of wocky talkie. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has warmed up in it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. Well, yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party. Guilty of penny snatching. We did find out one thing for certain. There was 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Air Judge. And today, I'd like to do a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The accusation of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all you see to his betrothed. His betrothed? Betrothed, Your Honor. Betrothed, not betrothed. His fiancé, Air Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Well, very well. You may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, felon? Alita, my occupation is future wife. Traditional values? I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded. Underwater. Yeah, you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Owen, is it true that the day of the crime, the defendant Wocky confessed his plan? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. We're about to listen to what you have to say. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Wocky found out that the doctor had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you never know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Wocky could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kataki family then? Yes, with regard to this investigation of the way at the Kataki mansion. On charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life. Was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Yeah, it has like a little mark when you shoot it out. It has like little marks on one end of it. Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet that fires. Yeah, that had like a fingerprint, but bullet version. And when did you first hear about Wocky's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Here we go. The cross-examination time. 3, 4, 5. How can you say that for certain? How? Air forehead? You will refrain from badgering the Ferlin. It was the defendant, and Wocky, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used the pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Someone else have used that pistol? Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. Was this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in blood on his behalf? I've heard people doing strange things for love, but this? It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. If I was with someone, I would never do that for that person. I'll be like, I'm gonna let the other people live. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. That's true. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. Evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written in that chart. What? Miss Tiala, why is your name on this chart? She's getting nervous, you could tell. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff on that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Now she's gone snarky. Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now. I quit half a year ago, didn't I? There's no connection? Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of your girlfriend's past. Am I right? Oh man, that's not true at all. What I embrace the ones I love. Past laws and there's no connection now. Doesn't fly in the core of law. Doesn't fly. She's the one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the clinic. These sandals were found in the clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there's a lot of people with those sandals. So sorry, Phelan, but your act isn't working. We don't believe your act, lady. Your moment of hesitation, no, just no trust you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. Simple analysis of these sandals reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. What about you, lady? I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted to help get Wocky back in the straight and narrow. This current thinks you need to worry less about Wocky and more about yourself. Yeah, that's true. More about yourself. That's why you gotta focus on yourself. Like, even if you're in a relationship with someone, you gotta focus on yourself. And you gotta better yourself. Because if you don't better yourself, then things will go wrong. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found at the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's a little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the clinic that day? Let's see what you had to say about this, right? I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in a half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Wocky had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing, which did not. Was that Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. Yeah, same here. He has a point. I would have worn these sandals home, too. So why were the sandals left behind? You pointed out the contradiction before me. And there's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Talia? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, yeah? Forehead? What the? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony. Defense may begin the cross-examination. The chart was found inside the safe in the doctor's office. Yes, why would this one chart be in the safe? Miss Tiela, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Mercatus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad, Air Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiela. The nurse who filled the chart was you, which means you knew about Wocky's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as the doctor. Kind of mistakes. Makes it hard. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Yeah, that kind of does make it kind of tough. You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for that chart's contents. This chart business seemed quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness isn't sure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. Don't mind my dog in the back, guys. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Yeah? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe. Yes, that had to be it. Had to be it. Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Tuesday. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helped me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony.
Gotcha!
Her ring. Why go to clinic for half a year? Old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure, I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't part of your past. It was clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Eh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her in the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Let's see what we have to do here.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think of anything? Oh, I would think you're possibly beside yourself. Besides, you were afraid. You knew what Wocky's chest X-ray would reveal. A full half a year has passed since the operation and you thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Got her now. That's all, Your Honor. Oh, what just happened? Did the witness just submit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Mercatus clinic, but her connection was deep indeed, a bit too. If the Katakis got hold of the chart with her name, she'd be finished. Is that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Tiala, it's true that the chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Wocky and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. That is clearer yet. It's not clearer that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add that to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What is that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually. This bullet was found in the clinic office. Something did happen in the office, Miss Tiala. Enough with this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. But this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far. But there's a problem. How can you say that the bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who examined rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Tataki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet matched the murder weapon, then that proved the firearm was discharged in that office the day of the murder. Not bad, Air Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. "30 minutes later, the report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. That means you used it that day. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. The pistol was fired in the office that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. You think someone was threatening the doctor in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Eliada. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita knew about Wocky Tataki's botch operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. Long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days are numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached his destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in unlawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune if you will. Nefara, should we plan to marry him just to get her hand on this fortune? You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh, me? Yeah, you said you abused my Alita. That's not what I said. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. I never wanted her. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park. Wocky, just cool it down You keep your hands off my Alita or I'll... Miss Deliala? I'm sorry, I just... It's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Wocky? Wake up and smell of reality. Alita? The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita? Honesty is like a breath of foul air, Frelin. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyways. So the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done it should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, that girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I already left the clinic. What? I would never do such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if the chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Wocky's. You'd think he'd have mentioned that? No? All I've heard is say, it was me, I shot him. That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude on this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly the Frelin wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... Wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah! He's right. Miss Tiela? Yes? It's clear to this chart that you're not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself. Including your actions and whereabouts in that day. Don't forget, we have proven that you were at the clinic on the day of the crime. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park in the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if the doctor was shot in the temple or not. You went back later? The chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, the doctor was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, and then I had to go back. No easy feat when the cops are all over the place. Ah. That was you? Thump. Ah, Apollo. That sound came from behind the door. Someone's in there. Brigand, they left through that window. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten to the chart. That trespassing, a brazen at that. Oh, is that a child for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They're gangsters, you know. In any case, but the justice your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh? That's a crime within itself. The doctor was shot in the temple, yes. So it seems. Let's review the fact again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet will struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was right in the temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this about this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing right here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and it was shot.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven a lie. Our panty snatcher did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shot him from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Did you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can be only one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
His location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us their forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing in the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how can anyone shoot the victim right in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Wocky the Catley was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Sticker was at the witness mark. McCurse Pell with the victim mark. Let's hear the defense have to say. Someplace else. The facts stand now. We can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
Time to raise the roof on the stakes. Eh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they're a bit more terrifying? Like so. Double penalty? Say that to make me have a double penalty? What the heck? Air forehead, which is a tick is in the new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenges ahead. With justice done. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place in the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here.
Take that!
I believe we owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when we saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look at their direction, and shot was fired. The victim was hit right in the temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim doctor came to the park, wheeling his own murder in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I think you noticed if you were pulling someone along. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. That's true. Let's talk about proof. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was inside that stand? Well, you got it. Got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you got. Show us proof that someone was hiding inside the noodle stand. The clinic, and they were covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found and left in the slipper. Ugh. In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Yep, we have our proof right here. Yet there's only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace in the cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say this is the footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell on the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I might figure out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be removed. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in the stand. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim clinic? Mr. Eldoon was very clear about these bowls. Well, I don't care who did it without that stand unfinished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. It's of importance because that's how he earns his money. He earns his living and pays his bills and stuff. Yet the bowls were removed. That night there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They were false lies. Worse lies than that spoiled brat's pizza blinds. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent and I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, The defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both the motive and an opportunity to kill Doctor. More fairy tales. This whole trial was a fairy tale. Then please put us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Murakami put on that stand that night? And what was Alita doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Yep, time to finish this off. That night I went to ask Doctor for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Katati family's hands. But Dr. Murakami didn't understand. For some reason, the Katakis had sent me, so I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. I've noticed she puts her hand on her scarf there. You knew about the botch operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor I gave him a chance. I told him that Brett got his health checked up report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Two, 3, 4, 5.
Gotcha!
All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one, and I think I'm getting the hang of this. One little slip in cabinet and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you on talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth when she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that you recall what really happened in that office. You can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reaction that manifests when someone is trying to hide something. Yeah, that good to show, like, if you're nervous about something and you're not saying it, body language says it all. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the clinic office. And I've got the proof that shows exactly what happened. The lamp. I have to present the lamp. Was that... You're touching your scarf again? There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb was broken and there's a red splotch on the cord. Eh? Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for that lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita. Please remove your scarf. That means she's hiding something underneath that scarf.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened at the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm a unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you have forgotten what's already proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. No! You have to remove it, lady. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita? She has a mark. Your neck, isn't that what I think it is? Something did happen that night at the clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait, looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like it's very opposite has happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. He tried to threaten the doctor and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the clinic. Oh man, it got her good. Order, order, order! Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. The gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic seen its last patient. We gotta get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe, give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. In with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding another short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. That was serious, deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. So you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick? I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claimed I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I? Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking about it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for the event that day, true. Yet if you're also a victim, this Kurt would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiela. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. Me neither. I mean, is that it? Did we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiela? Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this. But it doesn't. Not so fast, this party is just getting started. Now we rock. What? Whose spikes on your head are... Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. He choked and Lena... She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. But still, what if it was her in the noodle stand? She was put in there. Alita half dead, Dr. Murtata pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita, as you can see, we are not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Frelin only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Wocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Murtaka some of his own medicine. Miss Tiela heard about this from Wocky, so she went to the Murtaka clinic ahead of him in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Murtaka's? That does seem to be the problem. Yeah, it does. He had just strangled Alita, perhaps he thought to death. Wait, did he do it after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Murtaka do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita. After this way he did next. He put her in the noodle stand. As his next move, Dr. Murtaka stole Jai Aldun's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? The stand was at the clinic, however. The question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Yeah, maybe. Or he wanted to pull something in the stand in their place. Wait, you don't mean... I do. He did replace the bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiela. My corpse? He panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy! It's not crazy talk if you really think about it, lady. Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wocky Tataki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. That's true. What? Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where the doctor was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Okay, where exactly was the victim dragging that stand?
Take that!
There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Frelin. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita. And then, the announcement. Wesley Stickler, the panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts in that instant. He got shot because of that. So, I shot him. You were the only one who had stolen Wocky's pistol. It had to be you. And then she put the blame on him. Well, Miss Tiela? Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Mercatus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny us. She tried to lie still. Is it true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Air Force his errors? Maybe there still really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of Air Doctor's car. His car. That's right, the Mercatus Clinic had that big garage, in which sat a green sports car, wasn't it? Why would he steal that stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. And so we find a victim with a probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. When is that? It's an encounter argument, Fraulein? Too bad you're quite wrong. Huh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your dad. Dad? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Yes, I nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to the garage and ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Mr. Mercatus use his car to carry the body? Is that a ground of surrender here? Some advice. Now's a good time to reveal all you know. And everything you learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This truly is your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Mercatus couldn't use his car. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiela. Put one and one together and the system explanation is simple. If it's all simple, perhaps you could show us the evidence? Show us some proof of why the car couldn't run that night. See that panties again? All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed that night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Wait, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. That's proof that if it's clogged, it won't work. Like, how interesting. While Miss Tiela and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Brentaka's garage. From that time until the time we found these, the car wouldn't start. What? That's why he had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Well, Miss Tiela? This wraps up your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. The pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did. Wocky? You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked. But not how you think. And not just me. No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two. So that means she shot him when he turned. Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. Seems like she doesn't even care at all. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In silence after the shot, I heard witnesses running. I believe you heard as much from Wesley. He went to use the public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. He didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw him out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone could get Wocky to declare guilty, it was you. But he's innocent! I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita doing? She confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seemed calm for someone who just lost. Hey, at least he's calm. He's not the type to want to argue with people. I think he already knew. He'd figure it out, which he was the killer a while ago. Some advice, now is a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the past 2 days. You lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Air Forehead? I wonder why he calls him Forehead. Looks like it's time to announce the verdict. Not guilty. I like his jacket though. It's a really nice jacket. Court is adjourned. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did somehow. Wocky's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has... Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes. Or to blame, I guess? You give me my Alita back. Stupid pointy head attorney with death wish. Enough, wocky. Ah, Mr. Tataki. It's high time you open your eyes, wocky. Who do you know, old man? What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life trying to be some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, wocky. I'm afraid the guard is about to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wocky. Oh, Wocky, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me in the spot. Was that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. He wants to help them. His dad wants to help him get better.
Take that!
Think about it, Wocky. He wants him to live. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean. You aren't really, are you? I searched the globe and I found one. The doctor who can take that. He's gonna live! But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Wocky. I want to help you and I want to do it clean. You want to do it the right way. Oh man, that was his eyebrows? Please understand, Wocky. Dad? Always easy to try. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for it. Wocky? Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide behind in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My Wocky. No, it's a shippy. Look at Tatake. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest Tatake lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. That guy seemed like a nice guy. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the right, anything agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? We make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why to claim our reward from Mr. L. Down? Ah, salty noodles. Right. He got his stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's a special, right? Please, anything but him? Hey, at least we get to see a show, though. Alright. That's it for this one. We finally finished that whole trial. Everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill it here for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button below. And subscribe for more videos to come. See you guys later. Bye, guys.